like that. I don't like anything about it.
Neither do I. The president's right. They need to be told.
If we go public on this thing, we're dead.
Nobody's talking about going public.
It's either a secret or it's not a secret.
We can trust these people.
I don't trust anybody. This Russian thing hits the papers, the whole project will blow sky high.
Let's worry about that when it happens.
Jesus, I can't believe it, Jim.
Let me get this straight. You're saying there's an American on the island of Sverdlov, and you can't locate him.
And where the hell is Sverdlov?
It's a small island near the Arctic Circle. Every country who's ever done an exploration there claims it for its own. The Russians even put troops there from time to time.
And now you're telling us you've lost this man on Sverdlov, and you may have lost him to some Russians.
I'm telling you, we have a deviation from plan. Our man is 4 days overdue at the pickup point.
Why didn't you let us handle it? We do that kind of stuff all the time.
The man had to be a mining engineer.
So why are you telling us now?
Because if there is an incident, we'll need all the help we can get.
Gentlemen, if you'll follow me.
How the hell did we get ourselves into a crack like this?
I engineered this thing, and I'll take the blame.
What is this project, Jim?
The Sicilian project. We believe it could be the ultimate defense system.
I know you're all familiar with laser technology. That's what we're involved with. Each one of those lights will be a power station. Each station, when it's activated, will project a beam from ground to infinity. These beams fan out and connect, make an invisible screen, like a wall. No missile can penetrate it.
Is this theory you're talking about, or does it work?
Yes, it works. There's only one catch. In order to install the system, to make it function, we need a self-contained power source, a large one. The success of our project is dependent upon our locating a specific mineral, byzanium.
Byzanium? I've never even heard of it.
Not surprised, very few people have.
And you think there may be someone on Sverdlov, is that it?
That's what we think.
So we sent a man in.
Well, let's hope you get him out, because if you don't, if the Russians pick him up, we're going to be kissing ass in the Kremlin for the next 5 years.
Washington Central, this is Unit 2-3, requesting tow service at Jefferson Memorial.
Sicilian project, huh?
Yes, Captain. That's what KGB calls it.
Ah, would you read me that report again, please?
Americans interested in rare minerals may be related to military operation. Codename Sicilian Project.
What could be so precious that the Americans would risk this kind of adventure? Are you a chess player?
I played a little when I was a student. Why?
You know the name Isaac Boleslavsky?
Of course I know. He was a great chess master.
Maybe the greatest of them all. Many of the significant variations of the game were conceived by Boleslavsky. And one of them was called the Sicilian Defense. All right, Marganian, let's leave it for now. We'll talk again tomorrow.
You know, if it wasn't for Dirk Pitt, we'd be back at square one, and that mining engineer, he's stretched out dead on a Russian island.
Who's Dirk Pitt? All of a sudden, he's involved in the Sicilian project, and I've never heard of him.
Used to be a Navy man. Put his time in, retired early, and since then, he and I have tackled quite a few things together.
He works for you?
Well, sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. Depends on the job. Looks like something that can't be done, chances are he'll take a crack at it. Otherwise, thumbs down.
You mean he only works when he feels like it?
Yeah, that's right.
Pardon my expression, Admiral, but he sounds like a pain in the ass.
Hey there, welcome home. Glad to see you, Dirk.
Hello, Jim. Hey, bring a gurney over. Where you going?
See the man you brought in.
Later.
How is he?
Lousy. He's got a hole in him that big. We patched him up before we left Norway, but he's lost a lot of blood and he's doped to the gills.
He can still talk, can't he? I have to ask him some questions.
Maybe you didn't understand me. We have to get this guy to the hospital as fast as we can.
Hey, come on, Gene. Come on.
The mine had been stripped, he said, but he was sure there was byzanium there once. They took out 500 pounds, maybe half a ton of the stuff.
That means the Russians got it.
No, he said the mine was worked by Americans. He found tools and equipment that had been shipped from Colorado. And a copy of the Rocky Mountain News, dated sometime in 1911.
1911?
And he found a corpse, frozen stiff. Someone had burned his name into a board and left it with the body. Here lies Sergeant Jake Hobart, United States Army. Frozen in a storm, February 10th, 1912.
Are you telling me the Army sent a guy up there 70 years ago to get a half a ton of byzanium?
I'm not telling you anything. I'm just repeating what Copland told me.
Best Washington Star and Force Department's awesome.
Hi.
Hi. What happened to you? I gave up on you 3 hours ago.
Oh, I got hung up. Sorry.
I don't like the look I see on your face. You look like somebody stole your popsicle.
I wish I could tell you.
Just give me the headlines. Leave out the names and places.
Can't even do that.
I thought you were a nice, solid guy. A scholar and a scientist. Home at 6, pipe and slippers. Now, all of a sudden, you turn into Charlie Chan.
It's not funny.
You said it was funny. Did I say it was funny?
I think I just saw 5 years of work down the drain. Have you ever heard of a guy named Dirk Pitt?
Who?
Dirk Pitt. Ring a bell?
No, I don't think so. Why do you ask?
Oh, I just met him. It's not important.
Well, hallelujah. There's a little life in the old guy after all. You got to put the worm on the hook.
Oh.
No, I can't do that part.
What kind of a fisher person are you?
I'm a dynamite fisher person. I just can't put the wormy on the hooky. Here.
It's a good one.
Very funny. I've got a bad conscience. I told a fib.
What about?
About Dirk Pitt. I do know him. I met him when I first came to Washington. He was with Naval Intelligence then.
Why'd you tell me you didn't know him?
I don't know. I guess you took me by surprise. I haven't heard his name in a long time.
She used to date him?
No, nothing like that. No, he was too high-powered for me.
What does that mean?
Just that. He takes up all the air in the room.
Dirk Pitt. What kind of a name is that? Sounds like a pirate.
Dr. Seagram. Are you Dr. Seagram? I'm supposed to bring you back to Washington. Admiral Sandecker's orders.
I don't believe it. You gotta be kidding. How did he know we were here?
I told him.
Brilliant. We'll bring him with us next time.
The Hobart file mentioned the name Brewster, Arthur Brewster, a con man and a mining expert. In 1910, he discovered byzanium on the island of Sverdlov, and he took it right to the U.S. Army. Even then, they saw it might have military possibilities, so they gave him some money and some Army engineers to help. And he hires a Norwegian whaler. The ship delivers Brewster, Jake Hobart, and the rest of the Colorado miners to the island. Makes a date to pick them up after they've mined the byzanium.
What happened?
The ship picked them up on schedule. Only problem was, 2 days out of Sverdlov, they spot a Russian cruiser tailing them, but Brewster sticks to his plan, and the whaler drops them off on the coast of Scotland, north of Aberdeen, and they start overland. Plan was to get the ore to Southampton and send it home by commercial ship.
Did they make it?
They gave it a pretty good shot. They had Russian agents coming out their ears. They fought a running gun battle all the way from Aberdeen to Southampton. Somehow Brewster made it, and he had the ore with him.
What happened to the other men?
All dead, except one. Man called Southby. Matter of fact, the final report Brewster sent home to the U.S. Army, all he wrote was, "Thank God for Southby."
Then what?
He put the ore in a vault and saw it lowered into the hold of a ship. And on April 10th, 1912, the ship sailed.
Southampton to New York?
Right. Brewster started home on the Titanic.
So that's where we are. Spent 5 years on research and development. We're a kiss away from the end. We need 200 ounces of a measly mineral we can't find, and when we do find it, where is it? It's at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean.
But at least we know where it is now. It's not just someplace, it's in one spot, waiting for us to come and get it.
You're talking about 12,500 feet underwater, more than 2 miles down. We can't get divers down that deep.
That's right, sir. We can't get divers down to the Titanic, which leaves us with only one choice.
And what's that?
We don't go to the mountain. The mountain comes to us.
Are you talking about raising the Titanic?
Yeah.
Can it be done? A ship that big, down that deep?
It's never been done before, no question about that. But we did raise that nuclear sub a couple of years ago.
Nowhere near the same size, and only a third as far down.
Admiral, I'm not saying it's going to be easy. The odds are terrible. It'll cost a ton of money. But it's not impossible, sir, if we get full cooperation from the Navy.
What if you did have Navy cooperation and you could get the funding?
We'd have a chance. Lots of problems and lots of risk. We have submersibles that can go down that deep, but we don't know for how long. We have others in development that can go even deeper, but they haven't been tested. So every trip would be a gamble.
But if we're lucky.
We could make nuclear warfare obsolete.
What about it, Jim?
It's a ball breaker. Biggest marine salvage operation anybody's heard of. Dirk says he can handle it. I'm willing to go to the president and do my best to push it through.
Seems we're back to you, Captain Pitt.
Well, like Jim said, it's the biggest job with the highest stakes anybody ever dreamt of. How can you turn it down?
Hey, Dana! You have any time for an old friend?
I don't believe it. My God, where did you come from?
I don't know.
Well, as you can see, nothing surprises me. I'm perfectly calm and under control.
Come on, let's go have a cup of coffee.
I can't. I'm late. I was just dropping somebody off.
Gene Seagram.
Yes, yes.
He's not good enough for you.
You never thought anybody was good enough for me, including yourself.
I was right. You look terrific.
Thank you, thank you. So do you. I thought you left Washington. So what are you doing?
Fooling around.
Don't give me that. You were gonna fix the world.
Yeah, that was 5 years ago. I discovered they had me outnumbered.
Not you. I don't believe that.
You can believe it.
Well, I gotta go. It's good to see you.
Goodbye.
Take care. Bye.
Funny, you don't look like a scientist.
What's a scientist supposed to look like?
I don't know, but if I saw you walking down the street, I might take you for a country club tennis pro. I'd never take you for a scientist.
Well, that makes us even. I wouldn't take you for a pirate. Here he comes. That didn't take long.
No. It never takes long to say no.
No, and it doesn't take long to say yes, either.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Good afternoon, Admiral.
We're in business.
Dirk? Dirk? Pitt!
Hey, good to see you again. How you doing?
Fine. Don't try to hide behind that fuzz. I'd know you anyplace.
I'm just keeping warm.
Well, they warned me you were the boss of this operation. Has he told you what we're after this time?
Not yet. Silent Sam.
Well, that's all right. I like that. I'll get us there. I'll keep the coffee hot, and you two can handle the tricky stuff.
What makes you think there's going to be some tricky stuff?
Well, there has to be. Nobody hires you for your good looks.
Oh, sorry. This is Dr. Seagram, Captain Joe Burke, and Master Chief Walker.
Okay. Good to meet you.
Hi, Doctor.
Quite an operation here.
Yeah, we got some nice toys.
I was thinking I may be able to speed things up by feeding all the Navy's navigational and meteorological data into my computer banks.
Well, now, that sounds very interesting.
Good. You can reach me through Admiral Sandecker's office.
Fine. Fine.
Well, if you'll excuse me, I've got 3 days' work to do before lunch.
See you later, Dirk. I'll see you. So long. Take it easy. Let's get a couple of things straight. This is Captain Burke's operation, and he's an extremely competent Navy officer. I don't think he needs your help. As for me, I took this job on 2 conditions. 1, that I handle the salvage end of it my way, and 2, that you stay out of my hair. Will you remember that?
If you're trying to make me sore, Pitt, it won't work. This project is too important.
Good. Let's keep that in mind.
The Royal Mail ship Titanic. Where is she now, and how do we get her up? That's our problem. This was her course, this orange line. A southwesterly track from Southampton to her final radioed position. Latitude 41 degrees, 46 minutes north. Longitude 50 degrees, 15 minutes west. That's where she sank.
Didn't the 2 rescue ships report conflicting positions?
That's right. You can see it more clearly here in this enlargement. The Titanic thought she was here, Carpathia had her here, and Mount Temple here. So this will be our starting point, right in the middle of this triangle.
So, one way or another, we're in the ballpark.
The trouble is, sir, could wind up being a damn big ballpark. We're talking about 2 miles underwater, maybe more. Everything at that depth is a mystery. That hull could have wound up a couple of miles from where she disappeared.
Or 10.
Let's hope not. Dr. Silverstein's group will be handling the location problems. Our submersibles will work in concentric circles around that point, as targeted.
Let me emphasize again the importance of security. Only those who need to know have been briefed on this operation. You will be operating under the direct control of the CNO here through Sinkland Fleet. Any further questions, Admiral? All right, thank you very much, gentlemen. That's all. We got all the stuff from the White Star Line, engineering drawings and a complete structural design for the Titanic.
Good. How about a crew list?
Yeah, we got that too. And I think maybe we lucked out. One of the survivors is a man named Bigelow. He was a junior 3rd officer in charge of cargo, and he's living in England, someplace in Cornwall.
It's an odd thing, you know. I've had a few ships shot out from under me, more than my share. 3 in the 1914-18 fracas, and 2 in 39-45. But all anybody ever asks me about is the Titanic.
And now I'm doing the same thing.
And you're lucky you came to the right man. As I said, it was cargo hold number 9, D-deck on the port side.
You're sure of that location?
No question about it. We all saw that vault when it was loaded aboard. And we saw the passenger who owned it. Not likely to forget him. Bushy beard and eyes like a fox. Even if he hadn't put a gun at me the way he did, I'd remember him all right.
The gun business. You say that happened when the Titanic was already gone down?
The lifeboats in the water, only half filled, mind you. People scrambling all over. It was pathetic. I was on my way up to the boat deck to give a hand when this crazy little fellow shoves a gun in my face. Wanted to go to cargo hold number 9. And if I wouldn't take him, he'd shoot me in my tracks. That's what he said. Well, I was a young fellow then. Wanted to live as long as I could, so I took him. As it turned out, number 9 was the only hold not already flooded. Once he got in there and spotted what he was looking for, he was happy. When I have nightmares about that lovely ship going down, I always see that crazy old man with a gun.
That was the last time you saw him down there in the hold?
That's right. He wouldn't leave. He went up to that vault of his, a huge thing, 8 foot square, and patted it as if it was a dog, muttering to himself.
Can you remember what it was he said?
The same thing over and over. Thank God for Southby. Thank God for Southby.
This must be a pretty quiet life for a man like you.
God help a man who can't live by himself. We all end up in a single bed sooner or later.
Ah, here he is then, the proprietor himself. I'd almost given you up. What do you have? A whiskey or a nice pint of bitter?
Just a moment, Sarah. This is Sarah Martindale, a woman of substance, a beauty and a warm heart. And this is Captain Pitt of the United States Navy, retired, like myself.
Retired mighty early, if I might say so.
Keep your hands off him, Sarah, and give us 2 large pink gins. Full measure, and don't skimp the Angostura.
Right.
Sarah talks big, but the fact is she's frightened silly of men.
Oh!
Those of us who know her best suspect she's still a maiden.
Oh, my God. The man's gone off.
Come onto the quarterdeck. This is my Titanic collection. All that's left of her except memories. What a lovely thing she was. Standing as high in the water as one of your skyscrapers, longer than 2 rugby fields, and furnishings to match the finest mansions in England. She was one of a kind, no question about it. And God himself, they said, couldn't sink her. Then in 2 hours, she was gone. And 1,500 souls with her. I took the pennant off her before she went down. If you manage to bring her up again, maybe you'd put it back where it belongs.
Control, this is Deep Quest at 8,000 feet. Searching section 22. Visibility fair. Negative contacts. Out.
This is Turtle. Depth 9,200 feet. No contacts. Out.
This is Starfish at 10,000 feet, conducting sonar search section 24. No contacts.
depth?
11,420.
6,000 pounds per square inch. One of these days, this water's gonna squash us like a bug.
What are you bitching about, Merker?
You got plenty of reason to bitch.
Cruising around down here in this tin can. Looking for what? We're looking for whatever's down here.
Hey, guys, hate to spoil your fun. We're going up. Pit's coming in.
Well, good. Maybe we can find out what we're looking for.
Kilo 3, you're cleared.
Anything happening down there?
No, nothing yet. Which brings up a point. I think the sub-crew should be told what they're looking for. Help morale.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea to me. Why don't we hold a briefing this afternoon?
We have a visitor. Did you notice?
Yeah. I spotted the Russian flag as we were coming in. Looks like a Marine research vessel. That means they only got maybe half a dozen gun crews aboard?
No, they're just nosing around. They don't know what we're looking for.
Not yet, anyway.
Deep Quest, this is Starfish. Have sonar contact in section 26 at depth 12,700 feet. Request permission to investigate. This is Deep Quest, negative. Maintain present depth. You are only certified to 12,000 feet. We'll check it out.
This is Turtle, depth 11,400 feet. Search of section 36 complete. No targets.
Starfish, this is Deep Quest. Request you conduct sonar search section 33 at maximum depth of 12,000 feet. This is Starfish. Roger. Out. This is Starfish approaching 12,000 feet. Continuing sonar search. Over.
This is Control. Do not exceed 12,000-foot depth limit. Out.
Lieutenant!
Control, this is Starfish.
Bridge, Control.
Bridge eye.
The Starfish reports she's flooding. We're trying to get more information.
Release the battery pods.
Battery pods away.
Control, this is Starfish. We're flooding, trying to surface. Repeat, this is Starfish. We're flooding, trying to surface.
Over.
Starfish.
I told it's a starfish. It's gone dead.
Starfish. Starfish, this is control. Damn it. We lost contact. Where's the turtle?
In the water, 11,000 feet, heading for the starfish position.
This is Turtle. We have starfish in visual contact. She's going down fast. They gotta lose some weight.
We've taken on too much water. Hit the panic switch. Release the steer. Release the damn thing. Trying to.
Control, the starfish just imploded. Request permission to surface.
Yeah, Clink. Yeah. Come on up.
Dr. Silverstein and I have completely reworked the data.
Oh, bullshit. I heard that story a dozen times. Well, you're busy here screwing around with your computers. We've been out there 5 weeks. We have found nothing. Meanwhile, I just lost 3 men.
I think they found the answer now, Dirk. Go on.
The new projection's based on a theory that all the reported positions were slightly off. And most important, we failed to take into account the smokestack that cracked off as the Titanic went down. We built a scale model of the Titanic, perfectly weighted and balanced in exact proportion. In 200 experiments, the trajectory of the descent didn't vary by more than 1/10 of 1 degree, and it landed exactly where your submersibles have been looking. Then we did it without the smokestack, and we hit a completely different position. 400 times we repeated this process, and every time it landed within inches of the same spot. Every single time. Bingo. As we read it, the Titanic's almost 10 miles southeast of where we've been.
10 miles?
That's right. We've got to move the entire salvage operation to this new location.
It's not going to be easy, Gene. You just can't leapfrog over 10 miles of ocean. For all we know, the Titanic could be dead center in the area we're bypassing.
If it is, we'll find it as we work our way back.
Find it as we work.
We've got to take the gamble. We can't do any worse than we're doing.
I know I'm right about this new position. I'm sure of it.
I hope so. Another couple of weeks underwater and those submersible crews will come after you with a harpoon.
Looks like we passed over something metallic. The metal detector picked it up.
Okay, stay on it. Give us a fix.
There, but it's just below us.
Roger. Now we'll hover here. Let's stay on the magnetometer. Sing out if you see anything.
Wait a minute.
What, do you spot something?
Yeah, I think so. It's about 3 o'clock. See that funny shape there? Looks like something wedged between two rocks.
Okay, stand by the manipulator. Here we come.
What is it? Looks like some kind of a horn.
May I, Dr. Vogel?
Oh, yes, Susan. There you are.
Presented to Graham Farley by the grateful management of the White Star Line. Now, the White Star did some checking through the records, and it turns out that Graham Farley was a musician for 3 years on a ship called the Olympic. Then he was transferred. Graham Farley was the cornet player in the Titanic's orchestra.
Are you sure of that?
No question. No question. It's all documented.
That means we're looking in the right place. At least we're getting close.
It also means the Titanic must be in excellent condition.
Wait a minute. Don't break out the champagne yet. It's a step in the right direction, but we're not looking for cornets. We're looking for a ship 900 feet long. We still can't find her. Where the hell is she? She disappear?
It's very disturbing. Are these sources totally reliable?
Absolutely.
Is such a defense system possible?
We put that question to our military scientists in Moscow. They say it is feasible, but it would take a very strong power source.
And you say that power source lies in the cargo hold of the Titanic?
All signs point to that. I believe it.
Bridge radio.
Bridge eye.
Yes, sir, Captain. We're picking up that interference again on VHF.
Roger, you taping it?
Yes, sir. There's not much pattern to it. Sounds like static. It's only on one frequency.
Keep on it. Call me back when it stops.
Aye, aye, sir.
What the hell is that all about?
We're picking up some kind of strange interference at night. It's connected to Ian Carpenter here at 2, but not as loud as we do.
They're going crazy on the sea cliff. They found something.
What?
Well, I don't know, but they're getting a big bounce in the sonar.
Seacliff, this is Pitt. What's up?
This is Seacliff. I think we're smelling something. Our metal detector is going bananas.
Good. Stay on it. We're coming over. Seacliff, this is Deep Quest. We have you in sight at 9 o'clock.
This is Seacliff, Roger. Do you have sonar contact target?
Roger. Coming in strong and getting stronger. There it is. Something dead ahead. Bohannon, can you make it out?
Well, whatever it is, it's got about 10 layers of sea critters on it.
It's a smokestack, for Christ's sake. Looks like Seagram was right for once. Control, this is Deep Quest. We just spotted a smokestack. Mark our position.
This is Control. Roger. Position marked. Out.
What do you think? I think maybe we're gonna get lucky. Seacliff, anything over there?
Negative.
Keep your eyes open. Let's stay on this course. What do you got now on the metal detector?
Nothing ahead.
Wait a minute. What the hell is that?
It's a straight drop to nowhere.
Control, this is Deep Quest. The ocean floor just disappeared. We're going down till we can find it again.
Are you gentlemen thinking what I'm thinking?
If she's down in this hole, no wonder we couldn't find her.
Hey, we've got something.
Deep Quest, this is the St. Cliff.
Look at that.
We're getting strong signals on all our equipment.
Roger, so are we. Ease over this way.
The metal detector's jumped off its track.
Deep Quest, this is the St. Cliff. I think we're on to something. Dead ahead.
Roger, you sure are. Hang in there. I think we hit the jackpot.
Holy key rise.
Are you absolutely certain?
No question. A direct report to our ship standing by there.
All right, here is what we'll do. See that the press gets the story. Only one paper. And make sure Admiral Sandecker's name is prominent in the list of facts.
Just the Titanic story?
No. The Byzanium, too. Let's see what kind of explanation they come up with, huh?
Yes, sir.
This story from today's Washington Star. The Titanic, which sank on her maiden voyage April 14th, 1912, has been found over 2 miles down at the bottom of the Atlantic. No official announcements yet, but one thing is certain. The imaginations of millions of people will be stimulated. In world history, there is only one Titanic. Rumors persist that the Navy plans to raise her. Why are they doing this? We don't know. But we understand there is a defense plan called the Sicilian Project, and a little-known mineral more powerful than uranium with the unusual name of Byzanium. This is Sander Van Oker in Washington.
Of course I wrote that story. Why shouldn't I? The information came in and I wrote it up. That's my job.
What about my job? It looks like I gave you the information. Everybody in here is going to think that.
Who cares what anybody thinks? You know you didn't tell me anything, and so do I. I didn't even connect it with you. I still don't know what you're up to.
You trying to tell me that this story just flew in through the window?
No, I am not telling you that. I have lots of sources.
That's what I mean. Who told you?
I can't tell you that. I won't tell you that, and you know it.
Dana, you have to. It's critical. If there's a leak, we have to stop it.
What do you mean by a leak? I don't even know what you're talking about.
The hell you don't. It was a secret. That's what I'm telling you. Nobody knew about it. Hardly anybody knew about it. There has to be somebody on the inside who told you. Busby? Huh? Nicholson? How about your old friend Pitt? Did he tell you?
So that's what this is all about. That's what this is really about. It's about Pitt.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
It is, and you know it. You have been looking for an excuse to unload on me ever since you met him. Ever since you...
I don't give a damn
the
about
hell
him.
You don't. You can't get him out of your head. What? So let's just get it straight, once and for all. I lived with him for 2 years, and I was crazy about him.
That's terrific. That's just terrific. If you were so damn crazy about him, why didn't you stay with him?
Because I was stupid. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
Yes, sir.
Sir, after all this time, won't the Titanic be rusted away to nothing?
We don't think so. At a depth of more than 2 miles, there's less oxygen. The water is much colder, and there are fewer destructive marine organisms. She may be surprisingly sound. Yes.
The Titanic. She sank because the ice ripped a huge hole in her hull. Now, how's she supposed to float with the hole still there?
Well, she can't. So we're going to patch it with special metal plates. And to make her buoyant, we're going to fill her lower compartments with synthetic foam. Right here, pumped in, through hoses, placed in position by our submersible crews. As the foam goes in, the water in the hull is forced out, giving us 22,000 tons of lift.
Sir, Mr. Sir, will all this foam bring the Titanic to the surface?
No, we're going to need additional lift. Now, this will be supplied by these tanks, filled with hydrazine gas under high pressure and anchored to the Titanic's hull. Thusly. Then explosive charges will be placed on the sea bottom around the hull, and when they are detonated, the hull will be jarred loose from the bottom suction, and the Titanic will come to the surface.
If and when you raise it, then what?
Then we will hold another press conference. Thank you all very much.
Are you sure you can tell us something about this mineral Byzanium? I mean, how does it fit into this whole operation?
Well, I've given you all the information I have on that.
Sir, they say it's more powerful than plutonium. Is that true?
I have no further comment on that.
Well, what about the Sicilian project? Is it really a code name for a defense system or a super bomb with the biggest warhead yet?
No comment.
Is it true that Byzanium could fuel a bomb 1,000 times more powerful than the bombs of Hiroshima?
Look, that's it, gentlemen. I've given you everything I can for now.
Sir, just
One more question.
What do you think, Vinny?
Doesn't sound like any code I ever heard.
Now, you know, the tapes we made have a much higher intensity than the ones they recorded on Schenectady and Carpenter.
Yeah, it makes you think that the signal, whatever it is, originates here on the Denver.
Damn sure does.
Any word from Naval Intelligence?
Well, Sandecker says he'll have a report by tomorrow.
What's it say about him?
Merker, he's all right. Yeah. Got a good record. He served as a civilian technician in Vietnam, got captured, spent 2 years in a prison camp, and another year in Japan to get over that. Married a Japanese girl.
Yeah, that's what it says, only she wasn't Japanese. She grew up in Nam Dinh. Her family is still living in Haiphong, and her brother's in the North Vietnam Army Intelligence.
How the hell did we miss that one?
It was painted over. We were supposed to miss it.
Launch hydrazine tanks.
finally let you come down with us. Thought you'd never make it.
Neither did I.
Well, there's no time like the first time. How'd it look to you?
Nothing like I expected.
We're gonna have a problem with that one. Let's take a look. It's hung up on a stack. We're gonna need help. Try Deep Quest.
Deep Quest, this is Turtle. We need some help with this hydrazine tank. It's hung up on the stack.
This is Deep Quest, can do. Be right there. All right, let's do it. Get the manipulators ready.
All right.
This is Deep Quest. We're hooked up.
This is Turtle. You pull, we'll push.
It's moving. It feels like it's stuck on something.
Gonna question the Deep Quest.
Stole the manipulator.
Son of a bitch, they got themselves hooked into that skylight.
Come on, baby. Come on, you pretty little thing. Get your daddy out of this.
Indicates electrical fire on the left.
Battery acid. Put your mask on. We're on too steep of an angle. Acid's running out of the emergency batteries. We lost half the power on the panel. Power. Let me break out these battle ladders. Knock off the power.
We're going up. Bohannon, move on over here and stand by Deep Quest.
Roger, we're on our way.
How's it look down there?
No good. Seagram picked a lousy day to go sightseeing.
He's a scientist. Who the hell authorized him for submersible? How bad is it?
They got themselves jammed into that skylight like a cork in a bottle. We're fighting time. They lost almost all battery power, and they're gonna be running out of air. Lucky if they got 6 hours left.
What are the choices?
No choices. If we can't cut loose that submersible, we gotta bring up the Titanic.
6 hours. How do we do that?
Target date's 2 weeks away.
Our target date just got changed. Here's what we got to do. 80 charges, each one containing 100 pounds of explosives at these key points under the hull. Why are you shaking your head?
Shaking my head. I'm shaking all over. Those charges are double what we planned.
If anything goes wrong, we lose 4 men. But if we don't bring them up, we lose them anyway. They got 2 chances to die and 1 to live. All right. Now we're going to detonate the starboard charge first. 8 seconds later, first one on the port side. Another 8 seconds, we're back to starboard. We alternate the explosions all the way down the hull, so as we set up a rocking motion like you do with a car that's stuck in the mud.
Wait a minute, wouldn't it be better to put an extra large charge right under the bow? That way we could jolt it loose.
Too dangerous. This way we start the right movement with less risk to the men.
Building up. Can we get some more air?
No, we cannot. Only get down so we can conserve on energy.
Gentlemen, the less we talk, the longer we've got.
Exactly. Everybody just sit down and relax.
Control, this is Seacliff. Explosives secure. All clear.
Roger.
Control, this is Turtle. All charges secured.
Seacliff, Turtle, this is Control. Get the hell out of there.
Moving out.
This is Turtle. ETA on surface 1305. We're leaving the Titanic.
Start the countdown.
Start the countdown? Aye, aye, sir. All stations, T-minus 50. Activating hydrazine generators.
Mark.
hell was that?
They're trying to blast us loose.
Can they do it? They're gonna blow the hell out of this sub.
Just laying there. Move, you bastard, move!
What the hell's going on?
Late hits. The last two charges just went off.
Something's happening. Something's moving down there.
incredible.
There she is.
Yeah. But where the hell's the deep quest?
Explosives must have jarred her loose.
There she is.
can't budget, sir. This hatch cover's just as jammed as the others.
Ah, you're gonna need dynamite to get down through that mess.
Yeah. Just forget it. Keep the pumps running. We gotta wait till we're towed to New York for the right equipment. What's happening? Where's the carpenter going?
The distress call is afraid they're in trouble.
We're in trouble, for Christ's sakes. We need that ship.
We can't ignore a distress call.
You want to talk about distress? We got Navy weather forecasting a force 12 storm. The Russians are looking down our throats. We're on a ship, never learned how to do anything but sink. That's distress.
From the Russian ship, they're asking for permission to send a man over here, a Captain Prevlov.
What's that all about?
Well, they're offering to give us a hand in case the weather gets bad. Permission granted. Captain Prevlov can come aboard.
Yes, sir.
Admiral, are you sure we want to do this?
Why not? We might as well listen to what he's got to say.
Welcome to the Titanic, Captain.
Our time is precious, so I will come straight to the point. We are offering you the safety of our ship. My helicopter can carry 10 men at a time.
Gee, that's very nice of you. What happens to the Titanic if we accept your offer?
An empty ship on an open sea.
What's the Russian word for piracy?
No, it's not a question of piracy. It is the international law of marine salvage.
The hell it is.
We know about the Byzanium. Stolen from a mine on Russian territory. You must trust me, gentlemen, when I tell you that we are determined to take back what is morally and legally ours. Mikhail Kurkov is a torpedo ship. If her captain has no signal from me, 8 minutes from now, he will sink this ship that we are standing on.
What if you do get to Byzanium? Then what? It's worthless if you don't have...
A Sicilian defense system? No, it's not worthless at all. If this Byzanium will produce a superior weapon, then Russia must have it to guarantee the security of her people. We arm ourselves only as a deterrent to war. Clock keeps on ticking, gentlemen.
All right, Prevlov, I'll make it fast. We knew you were coming aboard here today, and we knew what your pitch would be exactly. Dirk?
This is Pitt. Bring on the surprise package.
Come on, I'll prove it to you. said, you don't have much choice, Captain.
I see.
Gentlemen.
That's got it.
No water. Sealed tight.
Watch it. And here lies Arthur Brewster, sunk with the Titanic.
All right, let's get those boxes out of there and get them opened up.
just like the others. Gravel. Doesn't make sense.
A dead man and 7 boxes of gravel.
Arthur Brewster's papers. Well, listen, we know the Byzanium existed. We know Brewster had it. It's got to be someplace.
We worked and sweat and come up with nothing. 3 men dead, the whole Sicilian project tossed on the junk pile. How the hell did we blow this thing? Must be some kind of an answer, but I'll be damned if I know what it is.
Well, I'm just as disappointed as you are, Gene. I hate to quit on anything, but sometimes you have no choice. Look, it'll make you feel any better. I'll tell you something I didn't want to admit, even to myself. If we'd found the Byzanium, I'm not sure we could have hung on to it. I don't think we could have tagged it for defense only and made it stick.
We got the president's assurance of that.
Yeah, that's right, but presidents don't stay in office forever, and even if they did, circumstances change.
What does that mean?
Well, it means that if the government falls in the Middle East or somewhere, if they start bombing Pakistan or somewhere else, it affects all of us.
What has that got to do with the Sicilian project?
Nothing. Maybe. I'm just saying that somewhere in the world, in some think tank, right now, they're figuring out a way to build a Byzanium bomb.
Jesus. Why, if you knew that, in God's name, why did you go along with this whole operation?
Because I believed in what we were trying to do. And if it didn't work defensively, if somebody was going to make a Byzanium bomb, I wanted it to be us.
Jesus Christ. He thinks just like you do. I don't understand that kind of thinking. You're both a couple of cynics. You think this is some kind of lousy game. If I felt the way Sandecker does, I wouldn't have started the damn project in the first place. I'm glad we didn't find the stuff.
Are you? Okay. But I'm not going to let you wriggle off the hook so easy, Seagram. Not now. Take a look at this.
It's a postcard. I saw it.
That's right. An English postcard. We all saw it. Brewster must have bought it, stuck it in his briefcase, and never mailed it. Take a look at the fine print on the back. Come on, read it.
Typical country church and graveyard in county of Hampshire near the village of Southby.
20 miles from Southampton. We were wrong. We thought it was a man, but it's a place. Thank God for Southby.
This is the one. Jacob bought. I'll go and get the shovels.
Excuse me.
Jackpot.
Yeah.
Gene.
Don't you want us to dig it up?
I don't know. You'll have to ask Dr. Seagram that question. It's your decision, Gene, whether you like it or not.
Don't you want us to dig it up?
No. What's so funny?
I knew a girl once.
I'll bet you did.
Years later, I ran into her again. She says, "What happened to you? I thought you were going to change the world."
What'd you say?
I said they had me outnumbered.
Is that my lesson for the day?
No more lessons, no more lectures.
You mean school's out?
Yeah, we just graduated, Professor.